Talk about the winning streak that you guys have, under your belt. How big is that? And talk about as far as, the mentality going into this game. That's pretty impressive, being undefeated.
Just the streak itself, it speaks volume, and it's a lot more difficult than people, make it seem to be. With every team you play, wanting to be the team that ends the streak, it makes games a lot tougher, a lot harder. So you have to bring your game, your A game, every week. So it's definitely was something that was difficult to do. But we was able to do it, with just based off the character of my teammates, and we were able to come out victorious and find a way to win.
Talk about the adrenaline going into this game. Is it crescendoing, building more and more as you approach this game? Because every week you're on the line to win or lose. But talk about going into this game.
The adrenaline, is definitely pumping up, but at the same time, it's pretty early in our preparation. As far as a game week goes, we're just on a Tuesday practice, so you have to learn how to control your emotions and learn when to let them peak. Just like your game, because you don't want to get, emotionally drained too early, and then you're drained for the game. So right now we're still in a calm, phase where we're just locked in and focused and trying to execute and get what we need to do done. As far as the preparation, towards the end of the week, like maybe on Thursday to Friday practice, the adrenaline will be, sky high.
Talk about the leadership you were talking about as far as developing the newer players. Where do you feel they are on a scale of 1 to 10 in readiness?
In readiness, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have a lot of faith in those guys. So right now, I'll give them an 8. As far as just the position they're in as freshmen and helping so much. I think they understand how big this stage is, and I know they understand, because I help them understand that it's just a game at the end of the day. Don't make it bigger than what it is, and then go out there and play football and have fun, and just leave it all out on the line. And I feel like, especially my group of receivers, they're understanding that more and more, and not letting it become pressure. More of a just do what I do, prepare the right way, and play like you prepare.
Rashad, how would you describe your role on the team, both as a receiver and then a locker room?
My role on the team is a leader overall. If I don't do it, no one else do it. At the end of the day, I know Jameis is a guy that I'll talk and tell people what's going on, but this is my team. I consider this is my team. I'm the senior here, and it's gonna go as far as I take it. And right now, I'm in control of everything, and I make sure everything goes, accordingly. And even when James is out of line or he needs to be put in his place, I'm the guy that does it. At the end of the day, he respects me. He listens to me. I can't say that about a lot of other guys on the team, but I know for a fact that I have a respect of every single player, every single coach on this team. So it's my team.
How do you describe the edge that you guys have? You can kind of sense it even here at the press conference.
The edge, it's just about being confident, at the end of the day. And when you prepare the way we've been preparing the last couple games, you're going to build confidence. We've been striving for perfection at practice, all season long. And some weeks we'll drift a little bit, but right now we're at a peak at our preparation and practice, and it's a good feeling to knowing that we're going to go out there and be able to execute the way we've been striving for all year.
And lastly, what's an example of how you hold your offense accountable to the standard that you set?
More importantly, I don't talk their heads off unless they get out of hand. They kind of like my kids sometimes. Sometimes it goes in one ear and not the other. So, I let it be known that I'm serious. And, a guy like myself, I don't do a lot of talking and I don't get upset a lot. But when they see that I'm upset and I'm raging, it kind of, a button goes off in their head and know that I'm serious. And, that happened a couple times, this year. I could say the Clemson game and the Notre Dame game, I definitely had to step out there and let it be known that we're not playing good enough. And, all the guys respect me, and they responded in a good way. In those games, we was able to come back and be victorious.
Rashad, what makes you great?
What makes me great is my ability to affect other guys. A lot of people, judge themselves off being great off of the production they do on the field. You know, at the end of the day, that's not how I judge myself. You know, I want to be able to affect my fellow receivers to get them to follow me and play as I play. You know, at the end of the day, one weapon is not, you know, better than 2 or 3. So I'd rather have, you know, 2 or 3 weapons than just one, than myself. I know I can't do it by myself, so I have to have my guys on board as well.
Rashad, this team won the national championship last year, 26 straight, but it almost seems like the national perception going into this game is you guys did just enough this year to get into the college football playoff. Do you guys almost bond together and take on an us against the world mentality when you kind of hear that noise?
Nah, we don't take on that mentality, because at the end of the day, you know, no one is in our locker room, no one is in our family but us. And when you're in that position, then maybe you'll understand, you know, how it is that every team is out to get you. You know, who wouldn't want to beat Florida State and end their winning streak? So it's a lot tougher than people expecting. You know, a team that you feel is not very good are going to bring their A game, and it's going to be tougher than what you expect. And the adversity that we face on and off the field, I'm not sure that any team in the country will be able to do it like